They told you to wait. They told you to stay quiet, to blend in, to let your voice get lost among the echoes of those who already decided your place. They thought patience was obedience and silence was surrender. But you are not made for the ordinary. You are not made to vanish in the shadows or to nod politely while the world moves past you like you are invisible. Something inside you ignited the moment they underestimated you. Something fierce, relentless, unstoppable. And in that instant, the air itself seemed to shift, charged with an energy they could never understand, an energy born not from permission, but from refusal. You refused to shrink. You refused to accept the limits that others carved out for you. Every glance that doubted you, every whisper that questioned your ambition, every laugh that mocked your dreams, they built the fire beneath your skin. Most people crumble under the weight of expectation. They conform, they quiet themselves, but not you. You've learned to let the world watch, to let them assume you are harmless, weak, even compliant. And then, in your own time, you move, not with anger, not with petty revenge, but with the quiet, devastating force of someone who knows their own worth. When you finally act, the results are not just shocking, they are impossible to ignore. They cannot turn away. They cannot erase what they failed to see coming. Imagine the moment when everyone thought you had nothing left to give, when the world assumed your story had ended, and then it begins again, stronger, sharper, relentless. Every small step they overlooked, every skill they underestimated, every ounce of energy they assumed wasted, they become your secret arsenal. You have been preparing while they were busy doubting. You have been building while they were busy talking. And now, that preparation bursts forth, unstoppable, undeniable, unforgettable. Do not let anyone tell you your timing is wrong. Do not let anyone convince you that waiting is weakness. The truth is, patience is power, but only when paired with readiness. You've spent months, maybe years, quietly learning, quietly mastering, quietly becoming a force they cannot predict. And that unpredictability is your weapon. When they see you, they will see only the surface, unaware of the storms you carry beneath, unaware that a single spark from your will can change everything they thought they knew. And in this silence before your storm, there is beauty, there is clarity, there is the kind of focus that burns away doubt, fear, and hesitation. You are not acting to prove them wrong. You are acting to prove yourself right. You are not here for applause. You are here because the world demanded your quiet, and you chose to roar. And that roar, when it finally escapes, will echo through everything they believed they could control. It will force attention, respect, and perhaps even admiration, though they may never admit it. I want you to pause for a moment and let this sink in. The people who thought you would disappear never imagined the force you carried in your quiet moments. The people who assumed your voice could be silenced never knew the strategy behind your silence. Every late night of planning, every risk considered, every time you pushed yourself past exhaustion, they never saw it. They only saw the calm. They only saw the patient. They only saw the smile that hid the storm inside. And when the moment comes, and it always comes, your action will not just surprise them, it will leave them in awe. Now, if you are listening to this and something inside you is burning, something that knows you've been underestimated, I want you to do something small but powerful. Hit that subscribe button, not because you owe it to me, not because it's a trend, but because this is a movement of people who refuse to be quiet, who refuse to be overlooked. Leave a comment. Write your story. Let the world know that you are awake, that you are aware, and that your time is coming. There is no greater power than claiming your own narrative, and your story deserves to be told. This is the moment when courage is not loud, but undeniable. It is in the quiet preparation, the unnoticed effort, the resilience you carry when no one is watching. When the world assumed you were small, you were becoming unstoppable. When the world assumed you were passive, you were gathering force. And now, the result of that patience, that intelligence, that fierce refusal to be diminished, this is the moment that breaks the mold. It is terrifying, not because of its danger, but because of its honesty, because of its truth. You are larger than the assumptions made about you. You are louder than the doubts shouted in your face. You are unstoppable, simply because you refuse to stop. Do not be distracted by those who cannot understand your path. Do not waste energy trying to prove yourself to them. The people who matter will notice, not because you demand it, but because the results speak louder than any words ever could. Your consistency, your preparation, your relentless focus. These are the things that no one can fake, no one can ignore, no one can undo. And when the outcome unfolds, they will not know what hit them, because they never understood the depth of your commitment. There will be moments when fear tries to creep in, when doubt whispers that maybe they were right, that maybe you should slow down, that maybe you should accept the limits imposed by others. In those moments, remember that they are wrong. Remember that fear is a signal that you are on the edge of something extraordinary. Remember that doubt exists only because what you are about to accomplish is beyond their imagination. Lean into it. Step forward. Make the unexpected inevitable. The world thrives on predictability, but you are not predictable. You are a storm quietly gathering, a shadow moving where others cannot follow, a fire burning beneath the surface they thought cold. When you finally reveal your full force, it will feel like the world shifted in that instant, because in truth, it did. Every second of preparation, every calculated move, every moment of patience, it all converges in that single, unstoppable wave. And they will remember it forever, not because they celebrated you, but because they underestimated you. Your story is not about them. It is about you. It is about refusing to accept the roles assigned by those too small to dream, as you do. It is about taking the raw material of your life, your experiences, your struggles, your doubts, and forging them into something extraordinary. Every obstacle you face, every challenge, every doubter, they are nothing more than fuel for your rise. They exist only to highlight the strength you have already been cultivating in secret. And when that rise happens, it will be undeniable. It will be breathtaking. It will be the moment they realize that quiet patience was not weakness, that silence was not submission, that the underestimated individual they saw was actually a force beyond their comprehension. And in that realization, there is power, pure and raw, the kind of power that comes only to those who refuse to bow to the ordinary. Every moment you spent in the background, every step you took silently while others rushed ahead recklessly, was not wasted. That invisibility, that quiet, was your advantage. They couldn't see what you were building, couldn't grasp the depth of your preparation, couldn't imagine the force quietly coiling within you. And that's the beauty of it. They assumed they had time, that you would always be the one to wait, to step aside, to let them lead. But the truth is, the patient always wins, and the prepared always surprises. Think about it. The world rewards those who act with spectacle, but it respects, reveres, and remembers those who act with precision, those who spend their energy building, learning, mastering, while the loudest voices burn themselves out on vanity. These are the ones who change everything. The underestimated become unforgettable because they operate on a level that no one else even notices until it is too late to stop. And that's exactly where you are now. You have been underestimated for so long that when you finally emerge, the shock will not just be visible, it will be seismic. They will try to rationalize it. They will search for excuses, try to understand how someone they overlooked could accomplish what they believed impossible. But here's the truth. They were blind to the invisible work, blind to the quiet resilience, blind to the relentless refusal to settle. And in that blindness, you have thrived. They assumed their doubts were walls, but in reality, they were steps, building the foundation for your rise. There will be no warning for them, no announcement, no prelude. When you act, it will be swift, decisive, and undeniable. And in that action, the world will witness the result of patience, of focus, of unwavering belief in oneself. Your every effort, every sacrifice, every moment they didn't notice, they will all converge at once, a storm too powerful to be ignored. And in that moment, the underestimated becomes unstoppable. And yes, it will feel lonely sometimes. It will feel like no one sees you, like no one appreciates the nights spent grinding, the hours spent learning, the doubts quietly conquered. But this loneliness is the forge of greatness. Every time you feel unseen, remember, greatness is not measured by applause. It is measured by impact, by the ability to change the trajectory of events simply by existing in your fullest, truest, most prepared form. You have a choice every day to settle into the ordinary, to shrink in the presence of doubt, to let the expectations of others define you, or to rise quietly, deliberately, with a force so intense that it cannot be denied. Every choice to rise, every small action, every commitment to your own potential, these are not small. They are the compounding elements of power. And when the world finally realizes what you have been building, there will be no question that the quiet, underestimated one has claimed what was theirs all along. Now here is a truth that few will tell you. People fear what they cannot control. They fear the ones who think for themselves, the ones who move with intention, the ones whose patience is strategy, and whose silence is power. So power. You have been that person. You are that person. And the beauty is, they cannot stop what they cannot predict. Your moves, your actions, your results, they exist beyond the imagination of those who underestimated you. And that unpredictability is not chaos, it is mastery, honed over countless hours when no one was watching. If you feel the fire growing inside you right now, if you feel the weight of what you've been holding back ready to explode, then I need you to do one thing: pause and act. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet, not for me, not for recognition, but for yourself. Let it be a mark, a commitment to never being overlooked, to never being quiet when it matters most. Leave a comment, share your story, let the world know you exist, you are awake, and you are ready. This is more than a channel. It's a movement for those who refuse to be underestimated. The path you are on is not for the faint-hearted. It is for those willing to embrace the darkness before the light, to accept struggle before triumph, to endure invisibility before recognition. Those who succeed are not always the loudest. They are the ones who endure in silence, who prepare relentlessly, who act with precision, and who never, ever doubt the power within themselves. Every moment of doubt they cast upon you, every assumption of your weakness, every glance that dismissed your presence, they were not your barriers, they were your catalysts. And here is what they will never tell you. It is far more powerful to be underestimated than to be feared. Fear can provoke resistance. Fear can provoke envy. Fear can provoke sabotage. But being underestimated is a secret weapon. It allows you to move unnoticed, to grow unseen, to strike when the moment is perfect. The element of surprise is yours. The advantage of patience is yours. The quiet, relentless power of preparation is yours. And when they finally realize it, it will be too late. Too late for apologies. Too late for recognition. Too late for control. The impact of your actions will ripple far beyond what anyone can see. One small step taken with precision can create outcomes no one imagined. One decision made with clarity can shift perceptions that have been hardened for decades. One act of courage, executed when others assumed you were idle, can redefine what people believe is possible. And all of this comes from the simple refusal to stay quiet, the refusal to settle, the refusal to let the world dictate your limits. You will encounter challenges that seem insurmountable, obstacles that appear permanent, doubts that threaten to shake your resolve. But every obstacle is temporary, every doubt is conquerable, and every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. Those who wait for perfect conditions will never act. Those who rely on others for permission will never rise. You have everything you need inside yourself. Every skill, every talent, every ounce of persistence. It is all ready. All you need to do is move. And when you finally move, it will be with a force that cannot be ignored. The ones who thought you were quiet, passive, powerless, they will be forced to reckon with your presence. They will not see the quiet moments, the preparation, the patience that brought you here. They will only see the undeniable impact, the extraordinary results, the proof that underestimated forces can never truly be contained. Now, take a deep breath and picture the culmination of everything you have endured, every struggle you have survived, every moment you were overlooked. This is not just a victory, it is a declaration. It is a testament to the quiet, relentless effort you have put in while the world doubted you. The people who assumed you would stay quiet, they will witness the undeniable truth that patience, preparation, and persistence are forces stronger than any obstacle. What you have become cannot be denied. What you have built cannot be undone. What you are about to unleash will not just surprise the world, it will leave it forever changed. Understand this, your power is not measured by recognition, applause, or external validation. Your power is measured by your ability to rise when others expected you to remain silent, to act when the world believed you would hesitate, to become something they could never anticipate. You have been underestimated, overlooked, ignored, and in that very underestimation lies your advantage. They did not see it coming because they were never meant to. Your rise is not for them, it is for you.